Welcome, Miss Mercedes, to the podcast. Even though
Thank you.
I wish you were sitting right here with me on the couch, I'm still just excited to have you online and see your beautiful face. And I'm obviously have been lucky to be able to squeeze and hug you in person anyway, when you've come to the hair appointments and all those things. So, I've got some really cool questions for you today, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to share with my audience just a little bit about you and your brand and all of the things. Welcome to Beyond the Name with me, Casey Lee. This is a podcast for business owners presented by a multi-business owner. This podcast is all about having real conversations with business owners and people in power, answering questions and offering advice you never knew you needed. Beyond the Name connects you to the people behind the brand you see every day, the decisions you didn't know you needed to make. If you are sick of second guessing your growth and are ready to understand how experienced business owners actually think, then this is the podcast for you. What I like to ask from my podcast guests is to even maybe try and open up with something new that people that have followed you have never heard, or just giving people like a little bit of an insight into you, who you are, and all of those things. So for people that are hearing your name for the very first time, how would you describe who you are and what you do in Mercedes Blondie Fitness Coaching?
Yeah. So I'm an all women's fitness coach. I am also a bodybuilder as well. So I am in a lot of fitness at the moment, which is what I breathe. I've been training for like over 10 years now, which is crazy. I'm 24. I live in the Gold Coast. I have my own business, which is Blondie Fitness, which also stemmed from my Instagram name, Mercedes_Blondie, which I used to actually not be as blonde. So I don't know how I got that name.
Blondie?
But I am blonde now.
Yes.
And yeah, so I'm an online fitness coach. I've been doing that for 4 years. So I started when I was 21. And I don't know, I just love it so much. And I love helping women become their most confident self, because when I was younger, I've always wanted to have someone like myself to look up to. And just, I guess there's so much like misinformation about health and fitness out there that a lot of girls get consumed by it, and then they think they need to stay skinny and eat in calorie deficit for so long. And I was consumed by that when I was younger. So I just really wanted to flip the switch and be like, you don't need to stay in a calorie deficit to achieve your goals.
And some of your posts lately, like you can't go out and enjoy a weekend when you're in a a weight loss stage. I couldn't think of the right words. Like I loved seeing you promote that for women and young girls and anybody that looks up to you, to know that you don't need to be starving yourself or missing out going out with your friends.
Yeah.
And you can indulge in some sneaky wine and some chocolate, and it's all healthy. Yeah. So I love that I've been seeing that a lot on your posts after like news and stuff lately, and I'm all here for it.
Yeah, well, I do definitely like love pushing that on my Instagram, because everyone does think that they need to cut their social life to be able to lose weight, which is definitely not true. It's all about balance, which you will hear that a lot on my Instagram. I don't believe in people just like putting their all in just to fitness and health. Like living their life is also going to do really, really well for your mental health. I feel like if you're just cutting yourself out from everything, you're not going to live your life that you want to live. And I always tell my girls that like you still want to live the life to your fullest, and you don't want to be bored and just eat plain foods to be able to lose weight. So everything in moderation is the key.
Everybody has the same end goal. Every single person, whether you want to get skinny, whether you want to get rich, whether you want to partner, every human being's end goal is to be happy, right?
Yes.
It's exactly. Just we all have different versions of what will make us happy, but that's the goal. Yeah. In reality. So
100%, yes.
So I love that. Like you said, you've done some competitive bodybuilding work. You look incredible. I love seeing all the outfits and how amazing your body transforms, and just knowing myself how hard you work for those events, having clients myself that I've seen go through the prep work to get there. How and why did you structure Blondies Fitness as a standalone business rather than an extension of like that side? Because they are, to me, two different sides of you. It's not all gelled together as one.
Yeah, well, bodybuilding and then as in like my lifestyle coaching.
Yeah.
I do a little bit of bodybuilding, but also not everyone's going to be like watching me for just bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Not every girl comes to me and they just want to do a show. Like you need to also think outside the box. Like what else? Like people want to do. Like outside of prep, I love to do everything I can. I'm not going to just stick to like, I'm going to be in a build and just stick to those calories. Like I still want to live my life to the fullest, but also getting those results. So I have to also make sure that my girls, when they're in just the lifestyle coaching, that you still are doing that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you could separate them too. You're not just going, I'm only teaching and educating and supporting women in the bodybuilding space. I've created a brand for your everyday woman to feel supported. But also, I'm really fucking good at helping people that are in the bodybuilding space. But it doesn't need to own your whole brand. Like those two are separate. And together as one. So take us back to the beginning of your business where you first thought, yep, cool, this is going to be a business for me now. What problem were you trying to solve when you first launched one-on-one fitness coaching and
it was mainly just I guess weight loss at that time. Like I was very, very educated about how to lose weight, which is...
Was it in person or can I remember, did you say to me once that a lot of it involved in COVID?
It's always been online. I started, I think it was just after COVID.
Yeah, cool.
So COVID was finished. Yeah. I lost my train of thought now.
Sorry. I just wanted to sort of grab grasps on that. I'll repeat the question for you. So take us back to the beginning of your business. What problem were you trying to solve when you first launched Blondie Fitness?
Yeah, it was mainly just weight loss because I guess going from just studying to just coaching by myself, I had not a lot of idea of what to do. So I was like, I'll just stick to weight loss. That's what I really know.
It's a common problem.
Getting girls on struggling with habits and creating structure. And then now I'm like really, really into my like having that sort of balance there. Like I'm really like, I don't want girls to be so consumed about just cutting everything out their life and it's just weight loss. Like now I want a bit of everything into it.
So you're almost probably even like the second coach. So they go to this first coach where, and correct me if I'm wrong, where it's like weight loss, calorie deficit, rah, rah, rah. And they're like, I can't sustain living like this. Oh, wow, I've seen Mercedes. She has it all, right? She teaches how I can live my life to the fullest but still be disciplined in areas. Like I feel like that is something that people would just like run to you for. Like they've starved themselves and they just like they either skinny to fat or sick of starving themselves, and you're out there promoting like body positivity and not being stick skinny, which is also fine if that's a goal for them. But you know, enjoying life and all of the things. Like it's really inspiring to watch. Promoting women and being a girl mom and, you know, seeing that there's role models out there like you promoting that side of healthy eating and weight loss journeys and body fitness, all of the things.
Yeah, I guess it kind of stemmed from like when I was younger, being so consumed about eating less or not eating much and just eating salads to be able to lose weight, even though I wasn't such like a big girl, but that was the goal back then. Like everyone just wanted to be skinny and it's not healthy. Like I was so young thinking about it now. I was like 9, 10, trying to like 2 workouts a day, eating no food, and so young to be thinking like that is actually wild to me. So trying to put out,
especially if you looked at a 9 and 10-year-old as an adult, you'd be like, they're just, well, how old's your brother?
10.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I just can't fathom that. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
why was I thinking like that when I was younger? So like that's why I just do what I do now, to be able to be someone for someone else,
You've
to
seen a
change that.
gap. Yeah. And you're a mentor. You're someone that people look up to. And I think, I don't know about you because you're still in it, but as a mum, I feel like it's changed. I can see the language of my kids being like, oh, look, I've got it. They're probably going to kill me for this, but like they're happy to have a butt and shape
Yeah.
and stuff. Like people fucking hate the Kardashians, but I was like all for it. They had butts and shit and they were out there, Nicki Minaj promoting it, and it was like, did not have to be stick skinny to be attractive anymore. Shape and
Yeah.
curves and boobs and bum and toned muscly legs were coming in. Like I'm old enough to be a mum, so like, you know,
Yeah.
that's from my generation where it was very stick skinny. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool that as long, like people do say like social media and this and this and this, and I'm like, yeah, but there's also been good to it where stuff like that is being promoted, like stuff like you being out there promoting having a butt, right?
Yes.
Kids, teenagers are getting exposed to that positivity as well.
100%,
Yeah.
which is good. And there's obviously a lot more girls on Instagram like myself now these days, which is amazing. And as it should be, just being themselves. And, you know, just I'm always so open and honest on Instagram. Sometimes maybe a little bit too open and honest, but whatever. Like I'd rather be that than just hide behind a
Personal
screen
brand.
and
Yeah.
tend to be someone I'm not. And like I've obviously gone through so many body phases with like bodybuilding, putting on heaps of weight, been through so many different like phases with my body, considering I've been in like bodybuilding preps and then going from being really small to like putting on a fuck ton of weight. Wait, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, putting on a fuck ton of weight in 2 weeks. And then binge eating and all these sort of things that I've gone through myself. It's just like, that's why I want to be so open and honest on Instagram, because so many girls don't tell their coaches or anyone that they're going through this sort of phase. So if I'm being open and honest on Instagram, so hopefully I can inspire them to speak up and tell what they're struggling with and things like that.
And it's normalizing it. Like, this is a part of it. Like, you don't need to closet eat, or you don't need to shame yourself for putting on 2 kilos, or you don't need to shame yourself for feeling shit that you've put on those 2 kilos, because, like, they feel very seen in the fact that you're open sharing that this is something that you've been through, or it's normalized in a sense that it's common.
It is very normal to go through so many different phases in your life with your body weight and how you feel about yourself. So freaking normal.
Yeah. And then add bodybuilding on top of that is just a whole nother level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So there's been so much of your personal story connected to your business. Was there a moment where the results told you this could be viable, that it's not just a passion project, that this is scalable and this is it?
Yeah, 100%. I think relating myself back to my clients helps them make it feel normal pretty much. So if like, that's the thing, when I was going through binge eating and I pulled myself out of it, I could be like, I've been through it. I know how to like pull girls out of it or give them solutions, something like that. Or even like weight loss. I've been through it. I've been through a comp prep. I know how you're feeling. Everything like that always relates back to what I've been through, and then girls can relate to me, so that makes it easier for girls to join with me, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. People don't want to hire someone that's had it easy, or that's, you know, like if you were always little, I'm not going to hire you and then go through the shit and then you'll be like, yeah, cool, but just do better. Eat a fucking another salad. Like, you're like, I've been there. I felt that. I've had those days. And that's okay. And also, here's some tools that work for me. And if they don't work, here's some tools that have worked for other people of my clients. So, yeah, I think that's really cool. I know from my own business the importance of being relatable and being available for my coaching clients when they need to set up boundaries for their selves, with their clients being online and all of those things. So what is important for you having an online business? What sort of rules and systems do you have in place to protect you as the human, and what boundaries do you have, to protect your time and energy so that people don't feel like, I'm guessing I'm saying, like they're accessible to you all the time. Like what have you got there happening?
It's a lot harder because I'm a lot more accessible because I am all online. So it is harder to find that balance. I do struggle with it, and I'm definitely trying my absolute hardest this year to really put some plans into place so I can actually catch a break, because I find myself working pretty much every single day, which is not bad to me because I love what I do and I love, making sure that my girls feel supported. But this year I'm trying to actually have weekends, right?
But it is a similar thing that a lot of business owners find they really struggle to step back, especially with people with a big online presence, because people just think, oh, you're online, so why aren't you replying to me? Well, it's not my business hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. But I've definitely, so far this year, I've definitely been a lot better, which is good. Like, just actually having time to myself and using actually Saturday to fully rest and do nothing, or go out with friends and then not stress about work, or during the 9 to 5. That's my time, and then after that I have to be done.
Yeah, you got to fill your cup, especially with what you're doing, because if you're not filled and if you're not recharged, then how are you supposed to support people?
Exactly.
It's a bittersweet, right? Because you want to be there and you want to help them, but you're also like, well, I can only help them if I'm telling you this as I'm thinking, listen to your own advice. If you're only got your own cup full, right? Like if you've only taken that opportunity to rest. I spent a lot of time laying on the floaty in my pool like this with the music on, and I have never ever relaxed since being a business owner, and I've really been able to fill my own cup doing that. Yeah.
The brain just doesn't turn off.
No. Million miles an hour.
Like this, you're like, oh, I could do this right now, or everything.
Am I wasting my time when I could be productive? Yeah.
Literally.
I know that your business is all online, but having that you've moved interstate, did that transition teach you anything about the strengths or the struggles of the business that you'd already created?
So when I was in Melbourne, I started it in September, then I moved in October. So it was only a month, which is crazy. But moving to the Gold Coast, definitely being in that sort of environment with everyone's up really, really early. I don't know. It's very, very motivating to be around that.
Very fitness energy in Goldie, isn't it? Everyone's always up walking. Yeah. Lots of people have coffees. I noticed that.
And there's a lot of online coaches that way too. So it is very motivating to get up, get what you need to get done. So moving to the Gold Coast was probably the best thing I've ever done for my business.
I'm going to say too, it looks very like the lifestyle that a lot of people want to live. So when you're living that lifestyle and you're putting that online, you're not putting online you walking through slushy puddles, you're in your bright active wear and the sun shining and your beautiful long hair and your tanned body, and people would be looking at you, inspiring to be you. So they would then invest in you because they're like, well, I'm going to invest in Mercedes because I want to be similar to her, or I inspire to be like her, the right words I'm looking for. So it naturally you naturally sell yourself just being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good. Yeah. 100%. I agree.
I've seen recently, girl, that you hit 100K followers.
Yes.
Wow. Here I am celebrating that I've hit 50. You just fucking smashed me out the park. So inspiring. I know how fucking hard you've worked for that. I remember following you years ago, and just noticing you, and it was just you come up on a local person's hair page and you had all this hair, and I was like, this girl's incredible. And just that growth that you've had in I know it probably feels like a long time, it's such a short amount of time, it's super cool. And I honestly said to the girls at work, oh wow, Mercedes hit 1,000K, no friends bought her balloons. How lucky is she to have a community of people around her that understands how important that is. I can say to people, I hit 50,000, and people are like, yeah, cool, but no one understands how fucking hard it
Yeah.
is to get there, and the sacrifices and the time and the effort and all of those things. So I'm so proud of you. And
Thank you.
also, it's inspiring and also low-key jealous that like your community, like, yeah, it was so cool that your friends even thought about doing that.
I know,
So
I'm
tell us
very,
about
very
this.
lucky. I've my best friend Emily, she bought me those balloons and I came home to them, which I wasn't expecting whatsoever. And then she was like crying for me because she sees, like, I'm with her pretty much every single day and she knows how hard I work and what I do to actually achieve that goal. And it does take a lot of sacrificing. Believe it or not, it's not a fucking easy thing to grow your Instagram. So
There's a little bit of hate around like influencers and influential, and I feel like people that aren't in it don't understand that it is a job still.
Yeah.
Right? Which leads me to the next question as you and your brand partnerships, right? And as I grow my page, that I'm noticing that. So you have brand partnerships. I know, I can see, and I've spoken to you. So for people that don't really understand it, how do you decide which partnerships align with your business and your brand? Obviously, the higher your following gets and the more known your brand gets, you can be a little bit fussier to be making sure they aligned. But like from beginning to now, like what is important? And for me, that also finally gets to do your hair. Like, what's the thing that you think, yep, this is aligned, this is trustworthy, this is high quality, this is important with a brand collaboration?
So with the brands that I'm signed with now, so Velocity, I was wearing their stuff way before I signed with them. And that's the only brand I pretty much had. So I knew that activewear was something that I wanted to wear. So I actually started making content with Velocity activewear without them even knowing who I am. And then they obviously, that caught their eye and they reached out to me and I signed with them I think it was 2 years ago, but crazy. So I've been with them for 2 years, been really loyal to them. I would probably never leave them, to be honest. Like, I love their clothes. I love what they stand for. Supplements, I'm with Elite Sups now, which they've been amazing. And I love what they also stand for. I think I'm very, very fussy with what I promote now.
Hey, tick, promoted the brands, like, job done properly from you there, girlfriend. Just plug them on the podcast. Well done. Just naturally happened.
It's my I'm very, very picky with who I go for now. I'm not going to take everything on. I don't really take much on because I'm pretty much health and fitness onto my Instagram page. All I wear is activewear.
Your inbox would stress me out because I would know what the emails and the collaborative posts and the Instagram, it'd be a little bit overwhelming, I would say.
A little bit, not too much. I think because I'm been with these people for some time now, it's just like no one else really reaches out at this point. Yeah. Because I just kind of blow everyone off. Like, I don't even reply to other activewear brands because it's just no point. Yeah, it's done. My time. So yeah, I'm just very, very picky of who I choose and promote. And if I don't like something, I'm not going to promote it. So everything's very genuine on my Instagram.
Yeah, perfect. And that's the way it should be. I actually read somewhere that like a lot of people get excited at the thought of being an ambassador or have brand partnerships and stuff like that. And I read somewhere that a really good way of doing it is just turning up and promoting them all the time because you love them and you'll eventually start getting noticed. So don't be promoting things because like you're like, oh, I'm going to be a brand ambassador and you've never sort of used them before. Like, enjoy the brand, use the brand, get up and be honest about it and promote it if this is something that is a goal for you to work towards, right? And don't be just like, oh, I just want to wear an activewear brand and I want to be the ambassador. Like, get up, turn up, wear the brand, love the brand, know the brand. And then if you're promoting it and they recognize that, then that's when it's like really special and the brands love that, right?
So that's what happened with like a swimwear brand that I with now is that I just started buying all their stuff. That's the only like pretty much bikinis I own, and now I'm working with them, which is absolutely crazy. Like if you actually want to like do something and promote something, like start wearing it before you actually reach out to them.
Yeah.
If you actually like start actually liking the stuff before you reach out to that brand.
Yeah.
Don't do it because your favorite influencer is doing it too, but like just do it because you actually love it, not because you just want money.
It's so much more genuine. Do you remember the first challenge that forced you to stop thinking like a coach and start thinking like a business owner?
Oh, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, you've had a pretty smooth sailing as a business owner.
Yeah, pretty much. I think probably 2 years ago when I signed with one of my business coaches, I was really struggling back then because it was just like girls were falling off and I was losing income. Like I was so stressed with money. I think that's the first time I was like, I need to do something about business and not just coaching.
There was a pivot period, I reckon, 2 years to 18 months ago, though. There was a pivot period in a lot of service-based industries where people were pulling back. Everyone came out of COVID and was like, spend, and then it hit, didn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So that was your most challenging part? Yeah, to sort of
Probably
navigate and pivot and think, okay, this isn't working. I need to work out a new...
change something, help out. I needed structure. I needed someone to be there for me. It's just like fitness coach pretty much.
Yeah, perfect. How do you navigate fitness trends and how do you keep your girls engaged?
Fitness friends?
Fitness trends and like health trends and all of those things.
Oh, it's hard because health trends and fitness trends come and go so much. Like so much. Like right now it's peptides.
Yeah.
And girls are like, should I do this? I'm like, probably not. Let's just stick to the basics.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty forward like with that sort of things. And I give them a couple of months to like think about it, and then they're usually like, oh no, I don't even want to do it anymore, sort of things.
Yeah. Have you made any business decisions that felt uncomfortable at the time or uncertain, like they wouldn't pay off, but have 100% paid off and proved that it has been a important part of you scaling?
Probably a business coach.
Yeah.
I was like so skeptical about them because you hear so many horror stories, but
and it's
definitely
scary investing.
Yeah, like you could lose that money.
People don't understand. Yeah, people don't understand the value of having someone in your corner that may have been there, done that before.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
But it was definitely a really, really good decision.
Yeah, perfect. Is there any sort of foods that you had a bit of a negative experience with, but then you've been able to open up to and love and accept now that potentially you feel young girls have like sort of like, I'm guessing, takeaway or something like chocolate, like we put a negative sort of name on that. And I know you're very much about enjoying life and enjoying everything, and everything's good in moderation. So
I used to have a fear of carbs. So when I was in like my sort of health era, when I was really, really young, I cut out all carbs and sugar completely for a couple of months and I got really skinny. But now I'm like, I fucking love carbs.
I'm probably very exhausted.
Yeah.
Because carbs are important, right?
100%. Like that's the main energy source. That's how you're going to get your energy. Being able to train heavy and actually grow your glutes or grow your muscles is like, it's so important. Carbs is my favorite fucking thing in the whole entire world. I would eat carbs all the time.
Yeah, I love it how it's looked at as bad. And how women like you are out there educating that they are absolutely not bad and that there is a reason for them, right? As you said, like how are you supposed to fuel your body and work out to the extent that you're doing and build a big juicy butt, right? A big juicy booty if you're not fueling yourself with carbs. So that's a really cool one. So to start wrapping up, my coaching clients and I are obsessed at the moment with goal setting And on my retreat, we did quite a bit of vision boarding and making sure we've got clear intentions with why we're working together and setting up our year for our goals, right? So I'm really wanting to know what Blondie Fitness or Mercedes is working towards in 2026.
2026, I'm working towards getting a crown for my bodybuilding, hopefully. I'm doing 3 shows this year. So I'm going to Las Vegas, doing Worlds on the Gold Coast, and then going to Dubai as well. So that's a massive goal of mine. And then Blondie's Fitness, I just want to keep scaling and helping as many women, like as much people as I can, and probably grow my team a little bit.
Amazing. How will you win? How will you celebrate if you win? How will you win? There you go. We've already manifested that. We've put it out there.
I'm going to win.
You are going to win. That crown is yours,
going
baby.
to celebrate in Las Vegas, go out, or even in Dubai somewhere.
Either.
Just get drunk.
Cool. Amazing. I love that. What is one action that you think online business owners should take, no matter where they're at in their business journey, to immediately scale?
Business act that they should take?
Yeah, just like an action.
I think just being yourself on Instagram. Don't put on this fake facade, because being yourself actually draws people in, because they can relate to you and they come to you for you, if that makes sense. Like, girls come to me because I've been through it, or doing bodybuilding, or do this and that, and that's how you draw business to you, pretty much.
Yeah. What's one thing that you can tell my audience that you've never shared with your platform? Is there something that you think, this is something that I've navigated through life, this is something that I'm navigating through now? Like when people think of Mercedes and they've got this representation of you in their head, right? You would have heard what people think of you. I would think beautiful girl, long, beautiful hair, great body. I know you personally now, so I think you're very kind and humble. That might not be all versions of you. That's the version I get of you, right? So everyone's got their own story. What's something that you think that a lot of people wouldn't know that you've experienced, or that you are the sort of person, or just give us a little insight on Mercedes, who you are deep in the core?
I guess it's just maybe like mindset. Like, I'm not this perfect coach. I don't stick to my calories all the time. I sometimes fall off. I sometimes don't go to the gym. I sometimes go through phases of literally hating the gym. Like, I'm not always on, and I'm not always hitting everything perfectly. Like, I think being this online fitness coach or online person that everyone thinks
you are very influential. 100K followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true though. Like, it feels icky saying it, right? But you are very influential. People look up to you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think people think I'm just like this perfect person hitting everything perfectly, but I'm definitely not perfect at all. And I don't think you should like compare myself to you because I'm on a different chapter compared to you, or, you know, I'm not always on, pretty much.
Yeah. Amazing. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the community, the audience, to sign off with today? Is there anything that, again, like, is there anything that you would like them to know about you that they might not, because they're looking at you as a certain way? Is there any sort of affirmation or quote that you live by? Is there just something that you would like to say? Being predominantly that this podcast is for business owners, being that this is for women, like, this is about the person behind the name, right? So this is about who is Mercedes. So knowing that that's the audience, not being that they're coaching clients like your typical people you're speaking to, they're business owners which are maybe wanting to grow an online presence or scale their business. Do you have something that we could maybe send them off with?
Just in the business sort of side of things, I think just stop comparing yourself to others, because everyone is, as I said before, on their different paths in life, and you can't compare yourself to chapter 100 can if you're on chapter 20, if that makes sense. So
Absolutely.
I think just stay in your own lane. I know it's so easy to get caught up in definitely comparing yourself to others in every aspect in life, but I think overthinking it makes it a million times worse. So just do what you can, but don't overdo it as well. Don't feel like you're seeing someone on Instagram doing something that you haven't done before. And so you're like, oh, let me get on that because they're doing that. Like, stay with what you know and just stick to that plan.
Yeah. Amazing. Everyone starts in the same spot.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone starts at 0.
Yep, I started from nothing.
Yep, every single person. No one woke up with 100,000 followers.
No.
Wouldn't that be? Yeah, wouldn't that be easy, huh? With not one hate comment. I got 100,000 followers and I didn't get one hate comment. That's living the dream.
Love that. Would love that.
Is that even possible? Amazing. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to see me, chat with me, do all the things. I know that you're a very busy human, so
Thanks for having
grateful. Me. I love you lots. You already know that. I always tell you, and I can't wait to give you a big cuddle.
Me too. I'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yes, I will see you soon. Bye, my love.
Bye.
Bye.